Hi there! In this video from New Formula News, we look ahead to the upcoming GP of Saudi Arabia. We discuss Verstappen's position and show you why Red Bull will unexpectedly feel strong competition, who will put Verstappen's position in jeopardy. Watch the entire video and hear why not everyone has confidence in Red Bull's invincible position. But before we begin, we'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel first. That way, we'll keep you up to date on the latest news and technical developments of the GP season 2023. Done? Let's get started. Max Verstappen immediately took the lead in the first GP race of the season. The Dutchman won the Bahrain Grand Prix in a dominant manner from pole position. Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull, Sergio Perez, finished second, while Fernando Alonso took third place on the podium for Aston Martin. Although Verstappen convincingly won the first race, it is not a guarantee that he will maintain this position in Saudi Arabia. Former Formula One champion Jenson Button thinks it won't be an easy season for Verstappen and Red Bull. Button enjoyed the first race of 2023 and thought it was a great race. It seemed relatively easy for Max, but it was a great race. It was too easy for Max, that's true, but the race itself was great. There was a lot of action, which was beautiful. To see two multiple champions, Lewis and Fernando, fighting together, that was very special, he said. Button doesn't understand why so many drivers are already so convinced of Verstappen's dominant position this year. I know a lot of drivers have said it's going to be a breeze for Max and Red Bull, but how can you say that? We've only tested on one circuit and only raced on one circuit. Bahrain is very unique in terms of how the car works. Heavy braking zones, a lot of grip, and high speeds aren't of great importance. That's why we can't say it's going to be a breeze. After Saudi Arabia, we can say more about the season. So no, it won't be a breeze for Red Bull and Max. It was a great start to their season, very different from last year. Yet I think we're going to have very exciting fights. It won't be a given that Red Bull and Max will win, but the first race was already great. Full of action, and that's what we want. That's what I'm looking forward to. Good racing and good fights. Fernando Alonso of Aston Martin finished on the podium behind the two Red Bulls during the first Grand Prix of the Formula One season, which was reason to celebrate. However, the team believes it can only get better. After Alonso's third place in the Bahrain GP, everyone at Aston Martin was ecstatic, including Alonso himself. It's a perfect start to this project. We didn't expect to be so competitive. The goal in 2023 was to fight in the midfield, maybe be up front and close to the top three. Even a podium place might not have been on the radar for this year. How can we explain this great start? We can at least find the answer in the new AMR23. The AMR23 from Aston Martin is a completely new car compared to last year's model, and the team claims to have changed 95% of it. Alonso confirmed this by stating that they still have room for improvement and that the new car is just the beginning of the project they introduced this winter. Aston Martin is currently building a new factory in Silverstone, and the first part of it will be opened in May. The current factory will be demolished and the second part of the new factory will be built on the same site. The AMR23 is the last car to be produced in the old factory, which means they will have better facilities for developing the car in the future. It seems that Aston Martin will be a formidable competitor in the coming years. Alonso's impressive skills and experience will help them remain competitive. He can extract that extra bit from his car, like Verstappen, which sets him apart from other drivers. Even if his team doesn't have the best car, he can still compete for the best possible results. Martin currently has the advantage of extra development time compared to the competition, due to the new system in Formula One. The rules now allow weaker teams to spend more time in the wind tunnel than the top teams, and because Aston Martin finished 7th in 2022, the team can currently make 100% of the allowed runs. This means that the team of Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll is able to work extra hard in the coming months to refine their new concept and theoretically make bigger strides in the competition. This extra development time gives Aston Martin an edge over teams like Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes, who are allowed less time in the wind tunnel. Red Bull even gets 7% less time due to a penalty. Only Haas, AlphaTauri, and Williams are allowed to make more runs than Aston Martin, but their gap to the rest of the field is currently much bigger. Although Aston Martin is currently benefiting from this advantage, it won't last long. It is expected that from mid-2023, the team will receive less wind tunnel time, as they will perform better and finish higher in the Formula One standings. The next few months are therefore crucial for the team to improve the performance of the car as quickly as possible. Whether the gap to Red Bull can be closed this year is still uncertain, but Aston Martin certainly has the ability to make big strides in their development. Aston Martin currently uses the Mercedes wind tunnel for aerodynamic testing and also buys their engine, gearbox, and rear suspension. However, with the construction of their new factory in Silverstone, they will also build a new state-of-the-art wind tunnel. A top-quality wind tunnel can make a difference when it comes to winning those precious thousandths of a second. In recent years, more and more teams have updated or built new wind tunnels, including McLaren and Red Bull. McLaren's new wind tunnel will be operational this year, while Aston Martin's is expected to be ready by mid-2024. Red Bull will follow the year after. Ferrari already benefited from a new wind tunnel last year. Will Aston Martin become Red Bull and Max Verstappen's main competitor in the future? Although there has only been one race in 2023, we must consider the Silverstone team, even if they fall back to the midfield in the coming races. It is clear that Aston Martin has made a promising start with Fernando Alonso on the podium in the opening race, and with the construction of their new factory and wind tunnel, it appears that the team is capable of becoming stronger in the future. Their new car, the AMR23, is also a step forward from last year. So while it's still early days, Aston Martin is certainly a team to watch in the coming years and a very formidable opponent of the current leader Red Bull. Will the upcoming circuit shake up the cards? The Circuit of Saudi Arabia, located in the coastal city of Jeddah, is a relatively new circuit that was first used for Formula 1 in 2021. The circuit was designed by Herman Tilke, the renowned circuit designer who is also responsible for designing other famous circuits such as Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona and Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. The Jeddah circuit is one of the longest and most challenging circuits in Formula 1, with a length of 6.175 kilometers and 27 corners. The track runs along the coast and features several fast straight sections, as well as some challenging hairpin turns. The circuit has a unique night racing schedule, with the race taking place in the evening hours. One of the most unique features of the circuit is the combination of speed and technical challenges. The fast straight sections offer drivers the opportunity to reach high speeds, while the tight hairpin turns require a lot of control and precision. The big challenge on March 19th will undoubtedly be the infamous Turn 21. Turn 21 is a long, tight 170-degree corner that forces drivers from high speed to a slow pace. The turn comes after a long straight section, and it is crucial for drivers to have the right speed and find the perfect line to successfully navigate this turn. It's a challenge to maintain enough speed to keep the momentum while steering their cars through this turn without risking losing control and ending up in the tire barriers. In addition to Turn 21, the Jeddah circuit is also challenging due to its various fast straight sections and tight hairpin turns. Drivers must find a balance between achieving high speeds on the straight sections and maintaining sufficient control in the technically challenging parts of the circuit. The Jeddah circuit offers a beautiful view of the Red Sea coastline and surrounding mountains. The unique landscape and night racing atmosphere create a unique atmosphere that makes the Jeddah circuit even more spectacular. In summary, the Circuit of Saudi Arabia is spectacular due to its length, challenging corners, high speeds, and unique landscape. It offers a wonderful mix of speed and technical challenges that promise a great racing experience for both drivers and fans. We're looking forward to it. What do you think the outcome of this spectacular race will be? And will Aston Martin be competing for the top spot? Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel now and stay up to date with the latest Formula 1 news in the future. See you soon.